Welcome to Common Comic Covers, an appreciation podcast for non-key comics. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Andy.
And hello everyone.
Hello.
I feel that we're so well rehearsed, but then after you say Andy, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I guess I'll come up with some really good jokes or something.
It's disconcerting that you say that because you're the smooth one on the show.
But I'm done. That's it. That's all I got.
No. Okay.
I gotta write some more taglines, I guess. Anyway, Andy, here we are. We've made it. We've made it to another week. We've made it through another week. You are thirsty, my friend.
Stay thirsty, my friend.
I don't think anyone can see that. Hey, name of the show is Common Comic Covers. Andy, what is your common comic cover this week?
Oh yeah. This is American Air Forces number 12. This is the last of the series. You have a plane coming in for a landing on an aircraft carrier here. I was going through my stack of Emerald City Comic-Con purchases, and this was in there. I bought this at Bell Kirk Comics and Coins, and it's in bad, 2.0 or lower shape, but it was for the right price. It was for $4. So,
that's a great deal.
Yeah.
What year? What year is it?
1953. So in the Korean War, there's actually no month indicated in this book. So I went to my comic book shop to read about it and to look at other pictures of it. And the series started in 1944, and there's only 12 issues, and it ended in 1953. Yeah,
it's hard putting them out there.
Yeah, it had some deadline issues. Bob Powell is he did the cover and the interior art. Bob Powell was famous for he worked on Sheena, the Queen of the Jungle, who was Sheena, the Queen of the Jungle was the first woman that had her own title in comic books, which is cool. Learn things when you research this stuff. And he also in 1999 was credited for co-creating the Black Hawk comic books, which are some cool military books. Published by Magazine Enterprises, and this book is also known as A191. So there's
a lot going on with that book, buddy.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Yeah, but it's a cool one, and the earlier ones.
That's why you go to comic cons.
Yeah,
you get Golden Age books for $4.
Yeah, the first Golden Age book I ever got was at a Comic-Con, Emerald City Comic-Con, and it was in rags, but it was like a cool Crime and Punishment book, and that's what I decided I'd try to collect. So
that's awesome. Well, I love it. That's a great cover.
What do you got, man?
Hey, let's stick with the Golden Age. What year was yours?
53.
53. I'm going 1950.
Ooh.
There it is. All you literary buffs. Moby Dick. This is 1950 by Fox Feature Syndicate. It's actually not Moby Dick. It's called Feature Presentations Magazine. Moby Dick. This is one of the first Wally Wood covers on a comic book. Here's what I like about it.
That's cool.
Neil Adams, what were you doing?
You can't speak ill of the dead anymore, right? You can't do that.
I don't think this was a coincidence. Hey, it's an homage. I mean, if you're gonna rip someone off, rip off Wally Wood.
I had wondered, is there like some is Two-Face like Ahab in his?
I kind of want to read it now. The Batman and Robin 234. So Batman and Robin 234, first Silver Age appearance of Two-Face.
Right.
Mine's a Golden Age size.
Yeah.
Great roll there. It's so funny. I'm looking at it right now, and on the board on the back, it's upside down. It has an 8.0.
Oh,
It's an 8.
8.
It's 8.0.
Oh boy.
I don't
Well,
think it is. Or 0.8.
maybe it's $8.
So this I grabbed, every once in a while, I think I get a really good deal. So I was just on Key Comics app looking at Wally Wood art, and this one popped up, and so I was like, oh, that's really cool. Former English teacher, one of my favorite books, Herman Melville, Moby Dick. And so I jumped onto eBay, and I found this one, and I think I made an offer. I got it for like $30. And there's not a ton of them out there, and it sells for around 100. There were some graded ones. So anyway, I think I got a smoking deal. Bought it off of someone that this was like their only comic book. They were selling like Eddie Bauer flannels and a Moby Dick comic book. So I didn't rip them off. I think I either paid what they were asking or made an offer. I can't remember, but it was a pretty close to what they were asking. So really cool book. I enjoy Wally Wood a lot, and I was surprised when I read, same as you, doing my little research, that this is one of his first covers.
That's cool. What year was it? 1950?
1950.
Oh.
He just does the cover. He doesn't do the interiors.
Yeah.
So
I did the Moby Dick audiobook, but I just couldn't get through it. Yeah.
Call me Jeremy.
Call me. Okay. Call you Starbuck, right? Is that right?
Ishmael.
Ishmael. Okay.
Speaking of Ishmael, Andy, what are you reading?
Oh yeah. So I finished reading.
Just take another sip.
Another sip?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Oh, he's gonna mute his microphone. Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Back to you, Herb.
Back to you, Herb. That's right. Oh, I'm so glad not many people watch this. Okay. So I finished reading the graphic novel that is Brian Michael Bendis and David Mack that I bought when I bought the art from Mr. Mack.
Tell me about that.
Tell you about the buying the art.
David Mack.
David, he tell you more about David Mack.
Keep going.
So here the signature signed it there. So he'll sign anything you buy from him. And but it
so this it's an espionage semi-autobiographical, right?
Yeah, so he went to work for the State Department. And the beginning of this book it takes off. It's kind of like it's a fictionalized him. I think it's Max Field is the main character's name, and he is at a Comic-Con and just dealing with people like me, which it was very like the process that him and I went through to buy the art from him. I then read that exact same process. It was like, he does this all the time. This is the same rigmarole with everybody, right?
That's funny.
Yeah. And in this, but then like shortly thereafter, he's recruited by, in the book, the CIA, and he goes off, and it's like, man, the fact that it's based on a true story, I'm like, where does it I'm like, is he a superhero? Like, is he like a modern day, is he an American hero?
Okay, so easy. Yeah. Go easy.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
You can no longer ever make fun of me and Steve Gerber. Like you're out of breath talking about David Mack. You are so starstruck right now.
I gotta tell you this. I will send this to you, but you can't keep it.
No, I'll buy it. It sounds great.
Yeah,
Now,
please,
David Mack does the art. Does he do the writing with Brian Michael Bendis, or is he kind of do the plots? Because David Mack does both.
Yes, I think it was. It's hard to tell. Where
No worries.
you read the. I think they were just a collaboration, but I could be wrong.
Brian Michael Bendis is a great writer.
Yeah, and they're buds. And like
do you remember the one Emerald City Comic Con that we went together? And Brian Michael Bendis was there.
Yeah.
And I remember you brought a handful of Ultimate Spider-Mans.
Yes.
Because this is like right when that was coming out.
Yeah.
And I had gone to the comic book store the day before and bought like a one-shot anthology of random Marvel characters that had just come out written. I remember like it was just a pointless book. I bought a pointless book out of all the hundreds of books that he's written. And I remember when I handed it to him to sign, he like looked up at me like, this is what you brought? Like you just stood in line for me to sign this, and you're like pulling books out of bags and boards, and anyway, that's my Brian Michael Bendis and Andy James and Comic-Con story.
Yeah, that was great. And you remember how much he charged for the signature?
I think it was free.
It was free. Yeah.
That was awesome. Yeah. That was the same one where I did bring Captain America #1 by Brubaker.
Yes, and Brubaker was there too.
Yep, and I got that signed. I remember when they announced that Brubaker had arrived, everyone started booing because Captain America 25 had just come out.
Oh,
where Captain America died.
Oh no,
it was great.
And who? I can't remember his name. Oh my gosh, he's so good. It wasn't Epping, the artist. It was the artist for Ultimate Spider-Man.
Bagley.
Bagley, thank you. He was there too.
I think you're right.
I got him to sign. I got Bendis and Bagley on all those books.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was great, and they're in my collection, and I like them.
Good memories, Andy. I'm excited. That's a good plug for the. Now, was this only released in a trade paperback, or was it single editions?
Yeah, it was single editions. Okay. In DC, but it looked when I was looking up because I didn't know about it when it came out, but when I was doing the research, it looked like it was like 2019 through 2022. So it was over a long period of time.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Get the trade paperback. Good way to go.
Yeah. Get the trade paperback. Enjoy it. And if you love it like I do, maybe you get the single issues because maybe I should do that actually. But what do you got?
Yeah, speaking of espionage. I'm reading a great series right now, and the last one I read is Howard the Duck #19.
Oh no! Come on.
Speaking of Steve Gerber,
you can't claim immunity and then pull this out. Oh, that looks like suspiciously like a number 50 of a human.
Don't know your
spider human.
I do believe Spider-Man ripped off this cover. I do, and I don't have that book.
I have a really bad book cover.
Yeah, if you're wondering what we're talking about, Amazing Spider-Man #50, first appearance of Kingpin.
Yeah, it'll be right here on the screen.
Very similar cover. Steve Gerber's the writer. Gene Colan is the artist in this, one of my favorites. So it's a Gene Colan art book. Here's what's a fun little story. We've mentioned this person a few times, Andy. In the letters edition of this comic is a letter from Kurt Busiek.
Oh, really?
Yeah. As like a fan letter. Are you fine? Okay. Did you find it?
Yeah.
Did you have your assistant? It looks like you have an assistant there helping you. Just go with it.
Oh yeah, my assistant came and helped me.
Yep. All right. Let's see it.
Here's it.
There it is.
Spider-Man No More.
So this
That's
one, yeah, no, put your wand away. This is a foul no more. The how did like 18? Dr. Bong turns him into a human. So he's in New York City as a human. It's kind of funny. He's kind of this frumpy duck looking guy. That's him. That's Howard.
Yeah.
Good news, by the end of the issue, he's back to being a duck.
I think I have that one, and I just never looked at it because it's trash.
You know what? It's not. They're
Have you read him?
I've read.
Have you read his books? Because I've read one, and it wasn't very good.
I've read.
Sorry.
I've read this one. I've read 1 through 19.
Okay, I'm joking. I know you like him, and he's a good writer.
He's no David Mack. Special ops.
Andy, do
you have anything else that you want to show the people?
I have Spider-Man 50 here.
It's not a common. There's nothing common about that. Put that away.
He says Spider-Man no more.
What price variant is that?
It's the 12-cent price variant. It's not a pence. It's not the pence variant.
That's going to be your next thing. British.
My next thing, yeah.
British pence variants.
I ended up. This is super off topic, but I ended up getting. I've been obsessed with getting Daredevil 3, the first appearance of the Owl.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Because I really liked this Spectacular Spider-Man that had the owl in it. I thought the owl when I was a kid was the Wolverine because he had claws coming out of the top of his hands.
Okay.
And he has sideburns like in this comic book. And I got one. I got the second one. Or maybe I was my first one. But I sent it back because I was like, it's a pence copy. I shouldn't pay this much for it because pence copies are worth less. And I sent it back. And yeah, I didn't. Are you going
to be able to edit this out?
Yeah.
This part.
I mean, we could just start over.
No.
You got up against the deadline.
Yeah.
Which
speaking of Steve Gerber, we're up against the deadline. If you don't know, Steve Gerber was notorious for missing deadlines. That's why he eventually got fired from Marvel.
I'm super confused because you're talking to the audience, but we're getting rid of this. I don't know. Okay, when do we come back in?
No, we're keeping this.
Oh, we are. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we're back. All right, Andy. Okay. All right. Yeah, there you go. Andy, you have not done a new bracket, so we're gonna do another trash or treasure. You want to do a trash or treasure?
Yeah,
I got a fun one. This is a fun one tonight.
Okay, good.
So this is from $1 bin. Swear on my mother's grave. No, she's alive.
Oof.
Yikes.
Yeah.
It's messy. This is from $1 bin. Andy doesn't know what book I'm going to read. I'm going to do my best to disguise things here. And you're going to give me a score 1 to 10 on my performance. And you're going to give the story a 1 to 10 on if this is trash or treasure. So here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. We have some narration. Looks like we're on a street somewhere. So a lady walking, footsteps sliding over pavement, picking up speed with every step because death is following. Death is the guise of this person. And now here's some dialogue starts. This is the bad guy. He's like jumping from behind here.
Yeah.
You run far enough, woman. I need sustenance this night, and you shall supply it. No.
Oh. It sounds like a vampire.
Keeps going here. Stop him. Look, he's trying to mug that lady. What? Back off, you bloody fools. Or, no, I'm tired of giving warnings to dolts. You dare attack me, now suffer the consequences. But enough using my vast powers of creating is wasteful. On creating, excuse me. Not when there are other areas which need my attention more. I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, keep going.
Elsewhere, on the outskirts of Boston, beneath the wood, framed a manor owned by a guy. It is agreed then. There is no longer any need for his existence. Very well. At first, I wished to wait until after the child was born, but if you believe it would be wise to finish him off now, so be it.
Okay, pause. Or stop.
Yeah.
I'm giving this a 9.8,
Wow.
man. I love it.
Good.
I love that.
Good. Okay.
Yeah. And you're solid 8.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is a reprint,
Okay.
but this is the Silver Surfer versus Dracula.
No, that's a garbage comic book. I like it. That sounds good.
Marv Wolfman, Gene Colan again is the artist on this.
All right.
And I think originally it was in, I think it's in an old Silver Surfer. I can't remember. Or it might be in a Tomb of Dracula. It should say, but Blade is coming up in here in a minute.
Oh man,
Blade's in it. Yeah, Blade plays a pretty big role in it. Surfer comes in a little bit later.
That's weird.
I should look it up. I can't remember. I think I have the other one as well.
The original.
Yeah, I think it might be a Tomb of Dracula. I don't know. I might not have it at all.
So this is weird. This is non sequitur thing. I went to what's that app with the mustache and the Hipcomics.
Hipcomics, yep.
Yeah. So there's like an advertisement like, oh, use our scan tool to find out how much your comics are worth.
No.
I was like, oh, if they figured out how to do like AI to figure out how to grade your comic books. And then it was like, give us a grade.
Yep. You
like,
you decide. Take a picture and then tell us what you think.
Oh my gosh. I was like,
I got suckered into the exact same thing.
I mean, it's just I only use it for one comic book, but I was like, okay.
Yep. Wow,
and then I did it.
You and I did the exact same.
And here's the thing, why do you even take a picture? Like, well, I guess it tells you what, but I took a picture of it and it was like it's worth $5.75 and near mint, very good or very fine. Okay. And I was like, wait, so then I had to change it to the Canadian price variant because I took a picture of a Canadian price variant. And then it was like, Matt, we don't know how much this is worth.
Yeah. I've bought a few books off of Hipcomic. It's not bad.
Okay. Yeah,
it's not bad.
Is that primarily what it is like a marketplace? Yeah.
It's like an eBay. There's bids, but it's not, the fees aren't there as much. Right. So like some of the bigger books you can get a little bit better of a deal on. And then there's a few places that do these crazy auctions of like pretty poor Silver Age, Golden Age books, but are in poor condition that you can pay a decent price for. Not too bad.
Okay. Shout out to Hipcomics, I guess.
Yeah. Their comic book app for your books is not great yet, but buying books there, I bought a few there.
Okay. I haven't bought there yet, but
anything else, we might as well just open it up here.
Can of worms. Let's do the full can of worms. Do you have a lot of Gemini mailers? Because I have so many Gemini mailers. I think when I sell comic books, I'm going to send a free Gemini mailer.
I sold some 7-inch records and they fit perfectly in Gemini.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Oh, I have very few 7 inches, but I do have a few.
I just have a bunch that I don't listen to, nor do I want, and I'd rather buy a comic book. So I sold a rare 7-inch from the band MXPX.
Ah, yes. Which 7-inch was it?
It was their first one. It was called 17, but it was a marble purple vinyl, and it had the pictures of Paul, Ringo, and John on the back. Which later editions, those are blacked out. So anyway, it was cool. I can't remember what I sold it for. A good price.
Yeah,
I sell things for like $60-$70 and I buy 20 comic books, so it's pretty exciting. I think next week I have a huge stack coming in the next couple weeks. I think we should just do like, here's what we got. You want to just do
Okay.
that? You want to just go crazy?
Yeah, we could do that. I still have a lot of Comic-Con books.
Yeah, let's do it.
Maybe we do like a midweek episode, like
Yeah.
I did with the unboxing. We could
Yeah,
do
that'd be
that.
fun. That'd be fun.
Okay.
Hey, everyone,
Yeah.
thanks for being a part of mine and Andy's brainstorm.
Yeah.
Although, you know what, man? I look online at comic book podcasts and shows. Some of those are like 2 hours long.
Yeah, some of those, like Pressable Defects. They do a live stream with like 4 dudes, and it's like forever long. I don't have a problem with them. Like I subscribe to them, but like I'm like, well, that's a long.
I don't think people could handle us for that long.
I can't. My wife couldn't.
Yeah. Well, I think this is fine because no one makes it this far in the show anyway.
Usually it's about 30 seconds per, but
still a view.
Still a view. Yeah, I have a really cool Sunny Day Real Estate 7-inch, like bucket of chicken.
Oh, don't sell that.
I wasn't gonna sell it, but
no, that's cool.
Yeah.
Bucket of chicken. I don't know that one.
It's you should Google try to hear that song. It's like it's like from their Diary Days song. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I sold that. I sold the MXPX. I sold the Joe Christmas couple skate.
Oh yeah, get rid of that. Yeah.
People
are all about these early tooth and nail stuff recently.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in or tuning out for Common Comic Covers. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Andy, and like Ringo Starr says, peace, love, peace, love.